Well, hello everybody. How are you doing today? It is Friday, August 6th. It's a beautiful summer day. We're getting a break from the heat we've been having. But it has been really hot here lately. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today was whether the hot summer weather was maybe making your hot flashes a little bit worse. And especially those hot nights when it doesn't cool down, and if you're having night sweats and hot flashes at night, it can make it even harder to sleep. So I want to talk about hot flashes and night sweats. I want to talk about how we can actually turn your understanding of them on its head to get deeper, more long-lasting relief, but also to get real relief and use strong treatments in ways that will not have a negative effect on your metabolism, your thyroid, the strength of your bones, your muscle mass, or your libido moving forward. So welcome. If you're here live, please pop into the comments and say hi. I love it when people say hi. Let me know your name, where you're from. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. That would be really awesome. And if you have questions at any point during today's live, I would love to answer them for you. So feel free to put them in the comments, and they can be about anything. We'll chat. We'll see what you need to talk about, and that's fine with me. So I have a new blog that came out today, and it's about what I want to talk about today, about hot flashes. It's right over here on the blog, and you can check it out. It's got like a video where you can see what I'm saying, and it's got everything written out. I also always have like a ton more information on the blog all written out, so it's really easy to access that. So that's over at danalavoislac.com. The latest blog is always right on the front page. But today I want to talk about these hot flashes and how you can understand them in a whole new way. So why would treating your hot flashes make you more likely to gain weight? Why would treating your hot flashes make it more likely that you would end up with low libido or bone loss or loss of muscle mass or something like that? And here's the reason. As we get older, our energies decline, okay? We get less robust, less energetic. I mean, think of little kids, like where does all that energy go, right? So we want to do everything we can to conserve and replenish and build up our energies. It keeps us feeling more energetic and younger for longer, and it puts off signs of aging. And when we treat hot flashes with therapies that are very, very cooling, those very, very cooling therapies are draining, okay? They're not replenishing to our energies, they're draining to our energies. So is there a way we can get hot flash relief with therapies that are going to build up our energy instead of therapies that are going to drain away our energy? Yes, and if you use a building therapy to get hot flash relief, you are going to help prevent weight gain. You're going to protect your metabolism. You're going to make it easier for your body to keep making bone mass and muscle mass and keep your libido high, okay? So how can we use therapies that build up your energy to get hot flash relief instead of cooling therapies that drain your energy? Here's the way it works. Usually you get hot flashes and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so way too hot. I need something to cool me down. Whether it's, cooling clothing, peppermint essential oil, it could be cooling herbs. It could be a fan. It could be sticking your head in the freezer, okay? Anything that you take that cools you down, it might give you upfront relief, but it's draining to your energy. But I want to look for a minute at where the hot flashes and the heat from the hot flash is coming from on the inside, okay? Because the heat that's causing hot flashes is not necessarily a bad kind of heat, okay? You have these two energies in your body. You have watery energy, which is cooling, and fiery energy, which is warming. And the watery energy can be thought of as your female hormones like estrogen and progesterone, and your fire energy can be thought of like your male hormones like testosterone. And you want to have as much as possible of all of them. You want to have lots of fire and lots of water. That's what's going to keep you feeling strong and energetic and younger. Now, with fire and water energies in your body, if you have equal amounts of fire and water, you will feel a perfect temperature. You'll be fine in hot weather, you'll be fine in cold weather, you won't be too hot, you won't be too cold. What happens in menopause, right? Because the fire and water, they balance each other out. So if you've got this much fire and this much water, you're going to be the perfect temperature. Here's what happens in menopause. Your water energy, it goes down, and now your fire energy is all the way up here by itself, and it's like, no one is controlling me. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to cause hot flashes. But this is also the fire energy that feeds your metabolism, that feeds your thyroid, that helps your body make bones, that helps your body make muscles, that is the spark of your libido. This is good energy, okay? This is good energy. The last thing we want to do is just get rid of all that fire energy, because yes, if you do that, if you get rid of a bunch of fire energy and you bring it down to match where your water energy has dropped to, your hot flashes will go away. But now you're going to have all kinds of symptoms of low energy and low hormone levels. So a better thing to do, okay, when you're in this situation and you're having hot flashes, is just bring your water energy back up. Now your water and fire are even, your hot flashes will be gone, but you will have high levels of all your energies, including the fire that keeps your metabolism going, keeps your thyroid levels high, keeps your body able to make a lot of bone mass and muscle mass, and sparks your libido. So that's what I want to talk about. How do we treat hot flashes? By bringing up the water energy instead of by bringing down the fire energy. It's not by using cooling treatments. Those are the ones that are draining, that are getting rid of the fire that actually is your metabolism that keeps you losing weight easily. We don't want to get rid of that. So over on the blog, I talk about this, and when I get into practical applications, I talk about the different ways that you can bring up your water energy as a treatment for hot flashes instead of just doing something cooling. And then I talk about some common challenges that come up when you go to do this, because I've worked with women in menopause for so long that I know how this tends to go. And so the main ways you can bring up your water energy are, I'm going to talk about three, okay? One is hormone replacement therapy. That's basically what this is for, okay? And another is herbal remedies that build up the water energy, okay? They are really effective as well. And the third one would be just to stop doing the things that are damaging your water energy. Like, honestly, drinking too much alcohol, like, you might know, you drink alcohol, you get more hot flashes, right? So there are certain things you can do that are draining your water energy even more. So stopping those things is going to help as well. So those are the three main ways you can bring up your water energy. What tends to happen when you start to build up your water energy is sometimes you will get side effects and you'll be like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Here's what's happening. Your energy is low. You start to build it up, which is a good thing. But if you have an energy traffic jam somewhere, all that new energy is going to pile up behind the traffic jam and you're going to feel crappy. It can feel like estrogen dominance, bloating, breast tenderness, mood swings. It can be all kinds of uncomfortable. It can upset your digestion. When women have side effects from hormone replacement therapy, this is often what's happening. And usually when this happens, women are just like, this doesn't feel good. I don't like it. I'm going to quit. But what I'd like you to think about instead, because there's a few really quick things you can do, easy things, simple things to get past that and get the benefit of those therapies, okay, is you just need to take all that new energy you're putting in your body and make sure that it's moving freely, okay? So some herbs that help move your energy, and also that your liver is working. If your liver is detoxifying hormones well, if your liver is detoxing well in general, if your liver energy is moving freely, you are going to tolerate bringing all this new cooling watery energy into your system beautifully. And so this is the kind of work that I do with women to combine these different therapies so they can get what they need and tolerate it without side effects. Okay, so this is a little complicated. So you guys, if you're having some questions, put them in the comments. I want to see them. I will answer them for sure. And I'm just going to take a really quick peek over in the Facebook group in case anyone's commenting there to make sure that it's showing up where I can see it. But say hi and let me know if this is making sense to you guys. So I'm just checking those comments really quickly. Da 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 da. Oops, thought I shared this into the group. Well, if you're in the Facebook group and you're seeing this, I should be able to see your comments. And if not, just join me over on my Facebook page, which is where this live event is actually happening. Okay, where was I? I was talking about practical applications of this type of treatment for hot flashes. So basically, to recap, if you joined me partway through, when you've got hot flashes, a lot of common treatments for hot flashes are draining heat out of your body. But these are they're draining away the fiery energy in your body. And that fiery energy is what keeps your metabolism going, keeps your libido going, keeps your thyroid going, makes your body able to make bone and muscle mass. So you do not want to drain away your fiery energy. So what can you do? Okay, the fiery energy, you just need enough water energy to control it. And that's what happened. In menopause, your watery energy, your female hormones, they went down. Your testosterone, your fiery energy, it stayed high. And now you're feeling all hot because your fire's like, nobody's controlling me. I can do whatever I want. So instead of draining away your fire to make fire and water even so you're not hot or cold, instead of draining away your fire, build your water back up. How do you do that? You do it with herbal remedies or hormone replacement therapy. And when you go to do that, you could have a few little complications, a few little side effects, but there are easy things you can do to get around them. So with the way that I work with this with women is with herbs. Herbs, they are going to be herbs that tend to contain the plant estrogens, the phytoestrogens, which in general are incredibly safe. They do not act like animal estrogens in our body. Even if you've had issues with estrogens in the past, a lot of like Christian Northrup and Aviva Rom, a lot of top doctors feel that these can actually be protective for you. And if you're also working with your liver to make sure it's detoxifying estrogen well, you're looking at a really beautiful possibility here for getting some wonderful benefits. So herbs like Romania is a winner. People also talk about herbs a lot like dongguai, which is really nice, but it's actually really moving and warming. So there are certain herbs that are even better than others, and some are more for estrogen, some are more for progesterone, some are more for like kidney stuff like hot flashes and night sweats, some are more for liver watery essence like mood swings and insomnia, or heart watery essence. Like there's different ones. We can customize these that make them so much more effective, but they're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for protecting you from signs of low hormone levels. And then we combine them with herbs that are going to help with liver detoxification and moving energy. And so, people think of herbs like milk thistle for the liver, which is really great for aiding in detoxification, but it actually only helps with one part of the detoxification and not with getting the toxins all the way out of your body. So like it's not an herb I would ever use by itself. Plus it's very, very drying. And in menopause, I prefer to use herbs as much as possible that are good for the liver, but that are also moistening, right? Because we don't need a lot of extra dryness at this time of our life. So there's a lot of ways that this can be customized. And if you're using hormone replacement therapy, work with somebody who really knows what they're doing, and consider using herbs in conjunction to get the liver and energy moving benefits. And if you want to know more about how to put these exact practices into place to get this kind of hot flash relief by building up your energies, I do have free resources that you can watch. Like I have a free masterclass. I actually just recorded a brand new version of it that I'm super excited about. And you can watch the next one completely for free over at danalavoielac.com/masterclass. I'll put the link below. And it's going to give you all the details of how to use herbs in exactly the way that I'm talking about here. I just really want everyone to know that this is an option. And so that is how I want you, every time you feel hot now with hot flashes, right? I want you to think about this. It's not that I have too much heat, right? I don't want to get rid of the fire. I just want to have enough water to control the fire, because then I'm still going to have the benefits of the fiery energy in my body. And I will give you one last little tip, which is some women have too much fire. Like it is possible to just get too hot and have a little bit too much fire. But the way that you'll know that that's the case is that you feel hot all the time, day and night. You're just always hot. You're always the hottest person in the room. You probably always have been. If it's more a heat that comes and goes, like sometimes you feel okay, but then you have a hot flash and you feel super hot, or you feel okay, but then at night you get really hot. So sometimes you feel fine, but then, you get hot. It comes and goes in flashes, and it can be worse at night. That is the heat that is caused not by too much fire, but just by not having enough water. And so in menopause, the vast majority of the time, that's what's going on, or at least that's a lot of what's going on. And another little tip that I wanted to give you for like really practical applications of this is, if you decide, okay, I want to protect my metabolism, I want to protect my bones, I want to do all that, so I'm not going to drain my fire, I'm going to build up my water to get hot flash relief. But you're so hot right now that you need the fastest relief possible. What I often do with my clients and students in my online herbs program and community is I have them start using herbs that are going to build up that watery energy. But at the same time, I give them some herbs that are cooling. It's like, because we got to cool you down like right away. But then as soon as the heat symptoms are under control, we wean off the herbs that are cooling, that are draining, and just keep going with the ones that are building up the water. So it might start, that you need more cooling herbs, but as soon as you can, you go to 50-50, and as soon as you can, you just use enough cooling herbs to keep the symptoms under control, and over time you will need less and less, and then none, okay? And so that's another just practical application that is totally worth it if you are really, really hot. So, and one other little quick tip I will give you, something that might crop up if you try this in real life, because I've seen it happen so many times, is you find the herbs that work perfectly for you, and the hot flashes are under control. And then a year and a half later, all of a sudden the hot flashes come back and the herbs are not working anymore at all. And that's just really common because your hormones change. Like, it could have been that you had low progesterone and now estrogen is dropping as well. It could have been that instead of just being low, they got out of balance. Like, your hormones are changing on the inside, and so the herbs that you need to address them need to change. And I had a woman recently who came to me. She was super healthy diet, super healthy lifestyle, knew a lot about herbs, was using herbs. They controlled her hot flashes perfectly. And then after about a year and a half, it might have been 2 years, the hot flashes came back, and they were awful. They were every 2 hours, and they were boiling hot, and none of the herbs that had been working, like nothing touched them. She had them for a year before she met me. And then I got her on different herbs more suited to her current stage of menopause, and in just a few weeks the heat was 50% gone. It was 50% less off, and it was well on its way to really resolving. So I really want you to know about this, that if you use herbs in this strategic way, they really work like a charm. But that is not most women's experience with herbs, which is why I created my free masterclass and why I keep re-recording it and updating it to try and make it better and build in answers to more of the questions that I get, because I really, really want you to know that this is an option and how it works. So if you want to get excited with me, go watch the brand new version of my free masterclass that I just recorded on all the ways I'm talking about here to use herbs for menopause and for healthy aging post-menopause to get hot flash relief, but also protect and restore your metabolism, your thyroid, protect your bones, your muscle mass, your libido, all of that. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let me know. So for all of you who are here live, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to say hi or have any questions, please pop them in the comments. I'd love to see them pop up there. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to put your questions in there and tag me, or just send me an email from my website or a message. There's an Ask a Question button on my website. You can watch the free masterclass at danalavoie.lac.com/masterclass. I would love to be in touch. If you have questions, let me know. Send me a message. Let me know how your menopause is going, if the hot weather is making your heat symptoms worse, if it's harder to sleep at night in the summer when it's hot. I'm Dana Lavoie. I am an acupuncturist and herbalist and the founder of the Menopause Made Easy online program and community. I love working with women on this. It makes me so happy when I get the messages, every week that say, oh my goodness, I feel like myself again. I slept through the night. I'm sleeping again. The hot flashes are gone. I'm not irritable. I'm not yelling at my kids. It just makes me so happy. And I would love to help you. I have lots of free resources available. I've been doing this for a pretty long time, like about 20 years. And I love to share what I know. So thank you so much for joining me live today. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. Go watch that masterclass. I know we're like connecting online, but it can be more than that. So check it out, then get in touch with me with any questions that you have, and I can help you get started if you like. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.